OpenAI just had one of the wildest weekends in the history of tech, possibly American business. Going from on Thursday, November 16th, valued at over $80 billion to Monday, November 20th, having 95% of your workforce threatening to quit. This story is made for cinema. If not cinema, then television. If not television, then I don't know what Hollywood is doing, because what has gone down at OpenAI since Friday, November 17th is batshit crazy, insane, wild. And you may be sitting there looking around the internet thinking, wait, what's going on at this OpenAI thing? I know they created ChatGPT, but who's this Sam Altman guy? Why did he get removed as the CEO? Why are people mad? Don't worry, I did the journalisming, I broke it down, and I'm going to explain it to you right now. Let's start on Friday, November 17th. Sam Altman was removed as the CEO of OpenAI pretty much out of nowhere. Everybody was shocked. The tech world was thinking, what happened? Is there a scandal? Did he do something wrong? And on top of it, the president of OpenAI, another co-founder with Sam Altman, Greg Brockman, was also removed as the president of OpenAI. And he was told, we want to keep you in the company, but just not as the president. Greg Brockman heard about this and simply said, all right, that's great, but I quit. Now, who removed Sam Altman as the CEO of OpenAI? Well, it was the board of directors. They released a statement and it said along the lines of, hey, Sam Altman was not consistently candid in his communications with the board of directors, and the board no longer has confidence in his ability to continue leading OpenAI. OpenAI at this point now does not have Greg or Sam, two of their co-founders. And then after this happens, three of the senior OpenAI researchers who have been there for almost as long as the company existed said, oh, you're firing those guys? We're leaving. So three people immediately, high level, not executives, but high level senior researchers immediately left. The management team of OpenAI is looking around saying, wait, where did this come from? We didn't see any indication that Sam Altman should be removed. Microsoft, who has a massive investment in OpenAI, also pretty much says, hey, guys, what are you doing? You shouldn't have removed Sam Altman as the CEO of OpenAI, and better yet, you should rehire him. And while you're at it, we want a seat on your board of directors because we want to make sure you don't make any dumb decisions like this ever again. With Sam being removed as the CEO, they named the interim CEO as Mira Murati. Mira started at OpenAI back in 2018. She was very integral in the company's growth, and she was featured in a now infamous photo of her, Sam Altman, Greg Brockman, and Ilya, who we'll get to in a second. This photo has been green-lined, ironically enough, on Twitter. Mira's first job as an interim CEO was to deal with the fallout. Microsoft's furious. People within the company are threatening to quit. And also, there's speculation throughout the tech sphere who pushed out Sam Altman as the CEO. People speculated that Mira was involved. Obviously, she was named the interim CEO right away. This was a Game of Thrones situation, possibly. But no, it was not her. It was the other person in the photo, Ilya Sutskever. Ilya Sutskever, was reported on Saturday, played an integral role with the firing of Sam Altman and decided to team up with the board of directors to pretty much get rid of Sam because there was a lot of headaches being involved with the profit and nonprofit side of the business. OpenAI started as a nonprofit organization and then turned into a profit organization, which was headed by Sam Altman. Ilya Sutskever now becomes the face of the guy who backstabbed his own co-founder, Sam Altman. While this is all being reported on Saturday, it comes out that the board pretty much listens to Microsoft and says, all right, we messed up. We should have done this. We need to bring back Sam Altman. And there's a agreement pretty much on Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, to bring Sam Altman back. So what's he do? He shows up on Sunday afternoon, tweets out, hey, I'm a guest here. He's wearing the guest pass, and he says, this is the first and last time that I'll be wearing the guest pass here. And he pretty much shows up on Sunday afternoon to become the CEO of OpenAI. It looked like everything was going to be all right. Sam Altman was going to be named as the CEO once again, but then 9 p.m. on Sunday night rolls around, and it's announced that Sam Altman was not going to be the CEO of OpenAI on Monday morning. It would be Emmett Shear. The OpenAI board of directors announced that the former CEO of Twitch was the new CEO of their company. This left Sam Altman in quote unquote shock. And who was the one that broke the news to everybody? Ilya Sutskever, the guy who stabbed Sam Altman in the back. He brought him back in and said, you know what, we messed up. And then he stabbed him in the back again, right? Well, you got to stay till the end of the story. However, at this point, Sam Altman is looking around thinking, man, this company I created from the bottom with Greg, with Ilya, has now gone away from me. I'm not the CEO anymore. And this was a guy that really cared about the company. He said he cared about the team at OpenAI. He tweeted that. And he was in a state of shock. And to add another element to the backstabbing that Ilya did as he worked with the board of directors, the person that he named as the CEO was somebody that was in the original class at Y Combinator, which is where Sam Altman started. Sam Altman was also in the original class. And as pointed out by Shane Peralt on Twitter, not just the same class, the very first Genesis class at Y Combinator. This is like Cain and Abel, only worse. Emily Chang replied, right, not just the first class in 2005, but they also came back in the same year as partners in 2011. Now, to add to this story, which seems like it's straight out of Game of Thrones, it is reported that Emmett Shear, who's the new CEO, has a resume that's very not impressive. You can't even really compare it to the interim CEO, Mira Murati, let alone Sam Altman. Oh, and by the way, Mira, she, throughout the weekend, turned to Sam Altman's side and said, hey, we got to bring you back. She wanted to propose that to the board and almost force them to do it. And they said, no, we're not going to do that. We're hiring Emmett Shear. Out of nowhere, by the way, throughout all of Sunday, Sam Altman thought he was going to be the CEO of OpenAI. And Mira Murati no longer works at OpenAI. She was pretty much let go. This is all going down 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. West Coast time. OpenAI sends out this invitation to all of their employees to come to this hands-on meeting to introduce the new CEO, Emmett Shear, to everybody. But the entire company said no to this. Nobody showed up. And everybody in Slack gave the middle finger emoji to the message from Ilya Sutskever. That is one of the greatest employee coming all together for one guy moves I've ever heard of. That's literally laying your jersey on the coach's desk like in Rudy. What a moment. The middle finger emoji to Ilya all at once. And he must have been like, guys, I don't think the employees are coming. And then what happens on Monday morning? 770 of them, of the 790 employees, threatened to quit if Sam Altman was not named the CEO of OpenAI. Just a few hours after the all hands meeting was met with a bunch of middle fingers in the Slack channel, the CEO of Microsoft, that's right, Microsoft, the company that invested $10 million, or not million, sorry, $1 billion into OpenAI, announced their CEO, Satya Nadella, announces to the world, hey guys, we hired Sam Altman. We hired Greg too. And they are going to run a new wing of Microsoft, an AI wing. So yeah, thanks OpenAI. We just took your brain trust and all of your employees are going to quit tomorrow morning and we'll probably hire all of them too. And pretty much get your company for $0. So yeah, instead of $80 billion, we're paying whatever their salary is. So maybe $1 billion. So we get it all. Congratulations, OpenAI. Congratulations, board of directors. You are left with 25 employees, if that, and we get it all. It is ours now. And it should be noted. It should be noted that the CEO, Satya, did all of this before the markets opened on Monday morning. On Sunday night, when I went to bed around midnight, that was 9 p.m. West Coast time, it seemed as if Microsoft's stock was going to take a big time hit on Monday morning. But Satya was up. He was working the phone and said, hey, Sam, you want to come work for us? We'll give you everything you want and then some. Sam goes, yeah, we'll go over there. And by the way, everyone's going to quit tomorrow morning. We can then go and hire them too. All right. Sounds good, Sam. Sounds good. I don't know why I just did a phone rendition, but he does this all before the markets open and Microsoft was fine. Now, if you thought that was the end of the story, it's not. There's another twist. Remember Ilya, the guy with the bad hair, the guy who stabbed Sam in the back, not once, not twice, but 3 times? Yeah, he woke up on Monday, looked around and went, oh my God, what did I just do? What did I just do? And he tweets out, I deeply regret everything that I've done. And I want Sam Altman back as the CEO of OpenAI, the guy, the mastermind behind this plan, or at least we think. We'll get to the true masterminds in just a minute. The possible mastermind behind this plan wakes up on Monday morning, not even 72 hours after making all of these decisions, and goes, man, I really regret everything that I've done. I can't believe I did this. I want Sam back. And he joins the 770 employees that signed the letter that says, hey, we want Sam Altman back as the CEO of OpenAI. And if you don't, we're quitting. As it stands now, OpenAI is no longer. It appears that OpenAI may just go defunct. They still have a board of directors with 3 people on it as of now. And those are the 3 people that people will probably point at as the ones that came up with this plan to remove Sam Altman as the CEO of their company. And it failed in epic fashion. The crew that got Sam Altman removed on the board of directors is a true 3 Musketeers type of crew. We start with Adam D'Angelo, who was the founder and CEO of Quora, that random website that is like a forum that if you type in a question, it'll pop up. You'll never get the answer. If you have a random cough, you'll type it in. You'll get Quora popping up. And then by the end of reading all the responses, you think you're going to die. That is Adam D'Angelo. Then there is Tasha McCauley, who is the wife of Joseph Gordon-Levitt. That's right. The wife of Joseph Gordon-Levitt is involved in this. And then there's Helen Toner, who has quite the interest in China. In her Twitter bio, she is a very big fan of China. She says that it's her number 1 interest. She spent a lot of time in China. Pretty much seems like she's a communist. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying 100%, but she was involved in this, and it makes sense that it was from the nonprofit side. Shout out Helen Toner, shout out Adam D'Angelo, and shout out Joseph Gordon-Levitt's wife, Tasha McCauley, for doing one of the dumbest coups in the history of American business. Now the company is next to nothing, and we will see what there is to make of OpenAI in a week, 2 weeks. The Salesforce CEO is out there pretty much saying, hey, if you work at OpenAI, come work for me. You'll get all of these benefits. Trust me. It's much better than where you're working right now, because this company is going to be worth nothing pretty soon. That's where we stand now. It's around 7:30 p.m. NYC time. This story could change by the time I even publish this, but that's where we're at. What a wild, wild story. And this all took place in Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. About 100 hours. Amazing. Amazing. What a story. I can't wait for the book. I can't wait for the movie. I can't wait for the television series. I'm going to watch it all. But yeah, hopefully this was a good recap. And if you enjoyed, please subscribe, like. Alhamdulillah. God gave me everything, brother. It's another great video. Please subscribe. I'm trying to do some more long form videos so you guys can enjoy. It's my new challenge. But thank you. If you're still here, you watch the full thing. You rock. We are all